Once again, welcome back. In this video, we'll be focusing on the bow staff. Now today will be the basics of the bow staff, how to hold it, and how to do the first 5 basic strikes. Okay, so first you have to have a bow staff of some sort. It can be a broom, it's just fine, a pool cue, a stick. There's a lot of different things that you can use as a bow staff. So what I want you to do is to pick it up with one hand as if you were just holding it this way, and then put your other hand out and tip it forward until you grab it. So you've got one hand facing up and one hand facing down, okay? And you can do this on both sides. Practice that. Okay? If you notice, you're holding the bow in thirds. So I've got equal proportions to the sides and to the middle. So my hands are not together in the middle, nor are they really far apart. They're not uneven on either side. Hold it in the middle, slightly off center, about shoulder width. One hand up, one hand down. Okay? All right. Now, I want you to do this with your right hand facing up and your left hand facing down. I'm the opposite of you so that we match. This will be a lot to do. Okay, so your right hand facing up, your left hand facing down. And we're just going to touch the side that's facing up, your right hand. I want you to take that side, let this pivot through, and rest it on your shoulder, but don't let go. And in order to do that, your wrist has to bend slightly. Okay, so if you can see that. All right, and bring it back down. Do that again. Going from here, pick it up, bend your wrist, put it on your shoulder. Bring it back down again. Come up and bring it back down. Okay, our first strike will be to the top of the head or the shoulder, collarbone area, striking downwards. Okay, so put it on your shoulder like before, and this time bring it down, and this one is going to guide it into your opposite armpit. Okay? Now, as I'm doing this, I'm rolling this hand. Watch it roll. Okay? So as I strike, I rotate so that my palm reinforces the bow in the direction that it's striking. So if I'm hitting downwards, I want to be pressing downwards. And you do that so that when you strike something, it doesn't pop out of your hand. Okay? So from your shoulder, down, roll, rotate that over and tuck into your armpit. Let's do that 3 times. From here, down. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, take your time. Now return to this position. I want you to switch grip. So now your left hand faces up and your right hand faces down. And do the same on this side. Take this one, bring it up to your shoulder. Remember to rotate that wrist. Okay? And bring it back down again. Do that a couple more times just to practice. Notice my elbow is up. Okay, up to here. and then back down again. Okay, now let's add that strike onto it. So bring it up to your shoulder, wrist bent, rotate as you strike, tuck into this opposite armpit, and it's facing down, palm down. Okay, return to your shoulder. Bring it down and strike. Remember, you're aiming for the top of the head or the collarbone. You're not coming across. That's number 2. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, let's do that 3 times. So you're here, 1, and back. 2, and back. 1 more. 3. And return to a neutral position. Very good. Now switch grip again. Okay. Number 2, as I said, goes across to the side of the head. It can be in the neck also. You're aiming above the shoulder though, coming across. And we're going to go to the side of the shoulder on this one. Here. So number 1 rolled and went on top of the shoulder. Number 2 is a little more relaxed here and goes to the side of your shoulder. All right? So from here, back. From here, back. Okay, now we're going to strike from here 3 times. You extend out, rotate, and tuck and strike. And remember, whatever direction you're striking, you're reinforcing with your palm. So in this case, we're striking them aside the head as if you were slapping them. And the same happens here on the bow, this direction. All right, return to the side of your shoulder and come across, striking. Return, 1 more, and hit. Don't forget to tuck this in. Okay, return to a neutral position and switch grip. Okay, same deal. Let's do it slow a few times. Bring it back to your shoulder. Remember, side of your shoulder. And extend and tuck. Return, side of your shoulder. And extend, striking, and tuck. 1 more time. Very good. Remember that palm. Okay, return to a neutral position and switch grip. Okay, number 3 is to the ribs. It's almost the same as number 2, but it goes a little lower and straighter across. So instead of being here on the side of your shoulder, rest it down here and relax your grip. And then as you strike, you grab. Okay? So here. So let's go to this position again. Now return back to your side. Okay? Back to neutral. Back to your side. Now from here, extend out, almost straight across, reinforcing with your palm as you go, that way. Now in this one, it's too low to tuck into your shoulder again. So we're going to go from hip to hip. Don't whack yourself in the ribs like this. It rolls. Okay? Use your belt, your obi, as a guide. So we're here, back, and extend. Back to where you were, and extend. 1 more time, and extend. Okay, back to a neutral position, change. And do the same on this side. Roll this back. Remember, you're down here, not up here this time. Keep it down, and when you extend, see how it's almost straight through. Okay? 1. Make sure you're reinforcing. 2. And 3. Very good. Back to this neutral position again. Switch sides. Now for number 4, we go down to the knee. And this is going to be from the same position as number 1. So you roll back, bring it on top of your shoulder, and at this point your opponent doesn't know whether you're doing number 1 or number 4. Okay, so it's the same motion, only angled so that you can avoid their body and come straight down to their knee. So from here, wrist bent, same as number 1, you rotate and roll and strike the knee. Okay, let's do that 3 times. From here, up, 1, tuck, back, 2. Remember to push with your palm in the direction that you're striking. Back. And 1 more, 3. Okay, back to neutral position. Change sides. Bring it back to your shoulder. Same as number 1, wrist rolled. Strike across and down to the knee. Okay, from here, 3 times. 1. 2. And 1 more. 3. Okay. Relax. Number 5 is different. And this one doesn't strike as the others do, it thrusts. So what I want you to do on this is keep this position, but stand sideways. And now this, your backhand, pulls and rotates. And your front hand allows the bow to slide through. Think like a pool cue. Watch closely. See the rotation? Just like our punches, it twists as it penetrates. Okay, so from here, I want you to go ahead and turn sideways. You can do this on either side. Let's keep it consistent and let's do the opposite side. Let's do your right hand forward. Okay? And again, I haven't moved my hands at all. And what you want to do is you want to point this at their eyes. And then as you thrust, they can't tell how long it is. And so your opponent can be deceived by the length of your weapon and you can wind up striking them by surprise. It's hard to tell. When you're sideways, you can see how much it extends. Watch how much it reaches. It's considerable. But when facing forward, it's really hard to see that. Okay, so I'll stand slightly sideways so that you can see all aspects of this. Now, as you rotate, this hand rotates. This hand allows the bow to slide through. You do not have to move this hand sliding up and down. Hold it still. Just use it as a guide for this hand to punch through. Okay? Use your belt as a guide. Take your knuckles, put your knuckles on your belt, and from here, push the bow out and rotate like you're revving. Rotate up until your hands meet, and then unrotate, just retwist it back the same way that you came, all the way back until your knuckles touch your belt. So out and back. Let's do that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, return to a neutral position. Switch grip. Now the other side will be forward. Your left side should be forward. Okay, from here, remember, use the belt as a guide. Your knuckles will touch your belt. And as you push out, rotate until your fingers meet, until your hands touch, and then pull it back. Allow this to slide through. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, number 5 has a second aspect to it, and it's still thrusting, but it does so from your shoulder. So it's a little bit different. All right, I'll have you do the right side and I'll do the left side as we did before. So flip, flip, and put it on your back shoulder, as if you were going to do number 1 or number 4. It's the same position from here. Now from here, rotate outwards and pull it back. So leave this hand alone and allow this to push and rotate through. Watch again. Rotate and extend. Okay? Return to a neutral position, switch hands, and the side that's up goes on your shoulder. Okay? Again, we keep it flat as if you were doing number 1 or number 4, and rotate and extend. Okay? All right? So let's recap. Number 1, reinforcing with your palm. Okay. Number 2, from the side of the shoulder out. Okay. Number 3, to the ribs. Number 4, down to the knee. And number 5, first, thrusting in. Then, thrusting to the eye or to the head. Okay? So those are your first 5 bow basics. There are many more, and there are many, many bow katas. I hope to see you in class. Practice.